Listen. I'm here for a good time. You know what I'm saying? My day after the vibes, my day after the learning, my day after the exploring. There is so many experiences in this life that I feel like people go through alone, and you don't have to go through it alone. Yeah. Go ahead. I'm in my go, yeah, you go, girl. Hey, my name's Shaquana, and this is my video to kind of reintroduce myself to my YouTube channel. Yeah, last time that I introduced myself to YouTube was truly 12 years ago. I could insert like a screenshot here. And basically, I decided, you know what, it's time to really get back in front of the camera and kind of reintroduce myself. So my friend created first of all, I pulled out the iPad. My friend created a list of questions, and I'm just gonna answer the questions so that you guys can get to know me a little bit. In terms of, yeah, like who I am, what this channel is about to be about, all that jazz. So, first question. Who am I at 30 that I didn't expect to become? If you guys don't know, I'm part of the 30 Club now, which you wouldn't. So, at 30, I think that I am a very authentic version of myself that I did not expect. I was a very shy person growing up, and now I feel like I am very authentically myself. Like, I have strong opinions, I know how to give feedback, I don't shy away from conversations that I usually do, and I don't allow people to treat me any kind of way. The next question is, how has being a first generation woman shaped the way I move through the world? How has being a first gen Jamaican woman? Being first gen, I battle with a lot of imposter syndrome, as most first generation students do. However, being Jamaican was a really unique experience because my mom has always taught me like strong independence. And so being first gen and both Jamaican, I had to learn how to navigate the world while continuing to hold my independence, also learning how to ask for help, also learning that, you know, I have a protective wall up naturally, but it's okay to kind of strip down that wall and let people in and let people see me in a vulnerable light. Being Jamaican, I feel like I was taught the value of working hard at an early age, and so just remembering that I could still work hard and I could still be a strong, independent woman and still ask for help. The next question. Why did I start my business, and what part of my personal story lives inside it? I have a business. It's called Goddess Creations. Goddess Creation is all about empowering people, and for me, what part of my personal story that lives inside of my business is just the affirmation that I needed while I was navigating going through college, you know, growing as a woman into adulthood. My business is all about empowerment and like paying it forward and like being the person who I needed through my different experiences in life, but also, you know, it's all about apparel and like showcasing different styles and collaborating both affirmations with apparel and, you know, kind of making these broad, kind of like community. Yeah. So that's kind of my business, and that's what lives. What does women empowerment actually mean to me beyond the buzzword? To me, women empowerment is all about inspiring and being, you know, kind of transformative. I hope that the way that I lead as a transformative leader, as an authentic person, like kind of, you know, not knowing the answers and just like being myself, I hope that empowers the next generation of young women. And so women empowerment beyond the buzzword to me is all about action. What cycles am I intentionally breaking for myself and future generations? Okay, it's got kind of deep. Cycles of financial literacy is really important to me in this age of where I'm at. And so breaking the cycle of that, and like just, you know, continuing to build generational wealth is really important to me right now. How do I define success in my 30s, personally and professionally? So that's a good segue into my YouTube journey moving forward. YouTube for me is going to be all about healing my body, redefining success, and learning how to live for myself in my 30s. I feel like I did everything right per the script. You know, graduate high school, go to college, go to grad school. Like, I feel like I did it the traditional way. And so I'm right now currently defining success, and that means redefining it for myself and what that means to me, both personally and professionally. And so we'll see what that looks like. I don't really have an answer right now, but I will soon. What have my friendships and relationships taught me about boundaries and self-worth? I think what I've learned about boundaries is boundaries are for you. People may not like them at first, but life is all about teaching people how to treat you. And so with that, you have to decide what boundaries are important to you and commit yourself to it. So that's boundaries. And then self-worth. Self-worth when it comes to relationships and friendships is tricky. But I think for me, overall, what I've learned is you're always worth it, period. You're always worth it. And so if you remember that, it will help you to navigate relationships and friendships that may not be serving you, just to keep in the front of your mind that you're always worth it, which is, it's like hard. It's hard, especially when you're going through life and, you know, things may feel up and down. So there's that, but just remember that you're always worth it. How has healing influenced the way I show up in my work and daily life? Healing. That's a good one. Let's start with work. When it comes to work, healing has allowed me to know that whenever I'm putting in my 100%, that's my 100%. And that's already a lot. I had to heal myself in order to stop burning myself out. Realizing that, you know, I don't have to prove myself all the time because I'm already doing immaculate work. I do a stellar job at everything that I do. And so I don't have to go the extra mile to try to prove myself because my work shows for itself. So that's how healing has helped me at work. In my daily life, I feel like healing has helped me because I don't want to say less of a people pleaser, but less of someone who like sits in their head and overthink. Healing is a journey. It's definitely a journey. And so as I continue to heal, I'll continue to show up as a different person. And I just hope that in all my transforming, I'm still able to keep my core. But in my daily life, that's kind of how that's going. What kind of community am I intentionally trying to build here on YouTube? Okay. I'm trying to build a community that is authentic, a community that helps each other. Like I said, I am learning how to heal my body. I'm redefining success, and I'm learning how to just live for myself in my 30s. I feel like I've lived for so many people, whether it be people or things, I guess. Whether it be my family, living for my family, whether it be living for my job, my work, and my job becoming my identity. Like, I'm just now learning that I'm not starting too late. I'm starting, honestly, I'm reflecting and realizing that there are ways that I've been showing up in my life that could be better, and that were not fully for me, I guess. And I want to, create a community that lives authentically, and just like we're learning together, we're sharing together, and we're, pouring into each other. So that's the community I'm trying to create. Intentionally explore everything that it looks like to redefine yourself. I keep telling myself that I want to do something drastically different. Here we go. What fears am I currently working through in this season of my life? I guess this is one of them. I'm a planner through and through. I will plan, and not execute, because I'm committed to the plan, and I'm committed to making sure that everything is perfect. And then I recently realized that, like, that's not how life works, and I'm just gonna show up now. This season of my life, I'm done with the fear of being perceived, and I'm done with the fear of being perceived. I'm just gonna show up, I'm just gonna do it, and then if it works, it works. If it don't work, I saw. But at least me did try. And then the last question is, what do I hope women feel and gain when they watch my content? Anybody who watch my content, I hope you feel good. I hope you feel seen. I hope you feel like you can relate. And even if you don't feel like you couldn't relate, I hope you feel like you can give advice that can help myself or someone else that may be struggling with something. On this channel, I'm going to kind of start a little series of evolution, and kind of what that looks like. I want to do some lifestyle content, some travel content, and I really hope that you guys will subscribe and take this journey with me, but also share and engage, kind of like each one teach one. Here's to reintroducing myself, here's to choosing me, and here's to creating a life that feels even more authentic, more aligned, more like I'm walking in my purpose, you know what I'm saying? And I really appreciate you for watching this video. I really appreciate you for, you know, subscribing and connecting and engaging with my content. And it's, what day is it? It's Wednesday. Is it gonna focus? It's Wednesday, January 28th that I'm making this video. And I'm going to try to hold myself accountable to making more videos and showing up. I'm not really sure what my next video will be, but I'm sure it'll be good. That's what I'm sure of. Because, listen, it's 2026, and like I said, I introduced myself to YouTube 12 years ago. If I stay committed and consistent, you could only imagine, you know what I'm saying? So now we're gonna stay committed and we're gonna stay consistent and we're gonna chat. Thanks for watching. Thanks for coming to my channel, and I'll see you next time.